Hi guys! While the current Reason sale lasts, I wanted to show you three lesser known devices which I guess could be interesting to you. So I have this small baseline here. Okay, so if I have a baseline, obviously the next thing I want is a kick. So let's use Subtractor for this, a bit unexpected. Let's draw a single node here. Yeah, let's use C0. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, for now it doesn't really sound like a kick, but we will change that shortly. So the first device I wanted to show you is FrameCV generator by Spio. It's quite old device, I believe. Yeah, 2017. But it's an what nowadays we are calling MSEG, so the multi-stage envelope generator. And as you can see, it has 8 envelopes. You can draw each of them. Each of them has its own polarity. It can be inverted. It has its scaling. It has a global position for all envelopes. You can trigger it manually, and you can set the speed of the transport for the envelope, and you can sync that to the beats or express it in hertz. So how it works? Let's drag it in. For the basic kick, we need two things. First of all, let's maybe use sine wave. Monophonic. Let's open up the filter. So we have a pretty boring sound right now. Nothing like a kick. So first of all, we have to do the pitch envelope. So let's draw a shape like this. And let's connect that shape to oscillator pitch. Okay, for now nothing is happening because, as you can see, transport isn't running. I will need for that a node tool, and I will connect the output of the gate to gate input on the FrameCV. Yeah, now it sounds a bit more like a kick. Let's set it to quarter note maybe. Okay, so this is already pretty good, but the volume is all the way up all the time. So we could use amp envelope to shape it, but we will use FrameCV for that, obviously. So we will use the second envelope. We will draw something maybe like this. So slightly longer. Maybe let's do it like that. Okay, yeah, looks good. And let's connect that to the amp level. Okay, it's much better already. So the kick should be lower, I think. You don't really hear the difference now, but the oscillator octave shape decides about the baseline of the kick, base frequency of the kick, and so we simply have to scale the envelope so that it doesn't modulate it as much. Okay, maybe let's leave it like that. It sounds fine. Let's hear it in context. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Okay. So the second device, which is very useful for situations like this, is Scope M4 from Electric Panda. Also, I believe quite old device, yeah, even older, 10 years. So this is a 4 display analyzer and can analyze either CV or audio signals. So let's put it here, Scope. And we can, for example, connect the envelopes that we were generating here, and also, for example, see how our kick looks like in terms of audio signal. So here you can see the amp envelope, here you can see the pitch envelope, and here you can see the kick. If they are too small, we can always scale them up. You can change the tempo. So it's a very useful device for analyzing what is going on in your project. Okay, so if we have bass and kick, obviously we would probably like to duck the bass against the kick, and typically I would use the mixer for this, but in our case I'm already using the channel compressor to shape the sound of the bass line. Obviously there are different other different compressors in Reason, but I wanted to show you the last device from this video. This is called DQ, probably for ducking. It's described as a band dynamic processor, and I will show you what they mean in a second. Let's see how old it is. Yeah, 2020, so this is the youngest of the three. Okay, let's insert it here. Yes, I will make it larger. So it basically works like most of the compressors in its, let's say, basic function. So maybe let's see it. Yes, so it listens to the input. If I will lower the threshold and turn the compression on, you can see it started compressing. It applies the compression according to the attack and release set here. Nothing very interesting here at this moment, but it's really nice compressor nevertheless. It also can expand, so whenever the signal crosses the threshold here, it makes it louder, so it's an opposite of compression. But what is special about this device, it can apply filter to the detection range, so to what it hears. So I can high pass it and, for example, only listen to the high or mid end and middle portion and high end of my signal, or I can listen only to the low end of the signal, and we can even preview it, or we can listen to the top end only, or the whole signal. And also we can apply the compression to a specific range. We can link it to what it's listening to, or we can unlink it and decide that it should only apply the compression to, let's say, between 178 Hz and, let's say, 4 kilohertz. Yes, so we would only compress this range. So in our case, So in our case, we will connect the parallel outs to the sidechain input of this compressor. So it now listens to the kick, and we don't want to DAC the signal according to the whole sound. We only want the click, because the click is what we have on the front of the kick, so it's enough for our purposes. So as you can see, it's already doing the compression. For now it DACs all the frequencies, but we can only narrow it down to, let's say, lower band, let's say to 400 Hz, between 10 Hz and 400 Hz. And we can even apply look ahead so that the reaction of the compressor is quicker. By the way, you can hear the difference if I set the release to much longer. Now you don't hear the low end of the bassline. Now everything is compressed. So even the high end is compressed. We can also only compress the high end, although it doesn't make sense in this case, but we can. So let's just compress the low end, and let's choose a more sensible range. Okay, so we are listening only to the click of the kick. We are compressing it when it crosses the threshold, and we are applying the compression only to the low end of the bassline, and we are using attack and release and look ahead to sculpt the compression even more. So yeah, those are the three devices: FrameCV, so the MSEG generator multi-stage envelope, because we can have multiple stages here, not just simple curves as I showed you. We have scope, which can be used to inspect CV signals and audio signals, and we have DQ, which is a very useful single band compressor with a single band detection. So it can be, for example, used if we want to have guitar DACing when the singer is singing. A lot more ideas can be used here. Yeah, this example is pretty crappy, but you get the point. Thanks a lot.